Hey, I'm back at the Ampfield Wood. It's Saturday the 28th of March, so almost a week into the lockdown in the UK, or the new measures. So what I'm going to do is run and link up here with the Monarchs Way and head across to Silkstead, or to Hursley, then to Silkstead, and then to Compton and Otterbourne. And the Monarchs Way, I believe, was one of the routes that was allegedly that King, I forgot what King now, for the moment, had actually fled across when he was playing. Anyway. Hello, hi. There we go. So this is the, I think this is the footpath anyway. Yeah, there's the signs up there. So this turns in a moment and then takes a straight line for Hursley, where the IBM research offices are. There we go. Obviously took the wrong turn somewhere. There's a fence there, so just been doing a lot, as I mentioned in the video the other day. They doing a lot to the Ampfield Woods. Should have been a straight shot to Hursley, so I'm hoping up or a turn slightly up ahead there's some marking that indicates where the footpath is supposed to go. This looked fairly well trodden, even though it's obviously being used by vehicles, so I thought this was it. But we shall see. Of course, the King, I think, was King Charles, but I might have to check when I get back, or historians can correct me on that one. So that's who fled along what is now called the Monarchs Way. No, I was right with that, so I went down there, and then there's a fence, so that's supposed to be a public right of way all the way across to Hursley, so I'm going to try it again, just in case there's a misturn. There might be a little track that goes off, but I'm definitely supposed to head, it's just almost east of where these, as his footpath says, so that's almost east. It's just kind of east northeast, and that should be a straight line, so I'm wondering when it turns there might be a little path hidden in there or something, so we'll go and see. Either that or they've just blocked it off again like they keep doing around here, but we'll see. Okay, so that's the trick. So as you come down there, it's only a couple of hundred yards, and then there's this, you can see this little footpath sign here. So that's the bit I missed. So I seem to remember this, I haven't done this in a couple of years, this particular trail. I've done a lot of the other Ampfield Wood, but I knew there was a narrow trail, but I don't remember that other track being quite so prominent. So there we go. So this is a straight path, allegedly, as it's marked on the map. It's not quite, but we'll see. And you can see it's quite interesting terrain at the moment, very dry. We haven't had rain for well over a week after the floods last month. So yeah, it's quite heavy going. It's almost like running on concrete in places, but it's good. Anyway, it's good to be out during the lockdown for my one solo exercise each day. So I'm just running every other day like I normally do when I'm training. So just take it easy. Should be about 16 or 17 kilometres. So just coming out of Westwood now, or just about to. The trees are starting to thin out after we've would have almost been better in off-road shoes, but just for this section the ground's so dry anyway. As I said, it's only when you get these divots where it's all been churned up here that it gets tricky. Back there where there's streams going across trails, it's really muddy. But whatever works, you get through. So this is now the coming on, it's almost like Green Avenue really, as we go across to the village of Hursley. See, somebody's dropped there, bedroll or something. Anyway, getting windy. You can see it's very windy. BBC described this weather as breezy. I called it blinking windy. Anyway, this is the avenue leading to Hursley, and then I head across to Silkstead. So here I'm in Hursley, just come out by the school, where the path, that bit of the footpath ends, and this is the boundary road for the IBM plant, research plant. So Monarchs Way does a bit of a dog leg through Hursley here, so go north into Hursley and then turn off pretty much the first road in the centre, come past the church that's there, and then you're onto the Monarchs Way again, the trail across to Silkstead and Compton, Otterbourne, that direction, heading pretty much due east. So pretty quiet. Well, we coming up to 3 o'clock on a Saturday in March. As you can see, not a lot going on this road. Motorcyclists just came through. Obviously people hard at work, keeping everything, all the essentials going. So we'll see how it goes up through here. It should be, I think I mentioned already actually, that it should be about 16 or 17 kilometres this whole loop. It depends whether I have to divert different places. Okay, so just coming out of the east side of Hursley now on the trail. The village shop was open. Obviously the pubs aren't now. They're shut. Not a lot else in Hursley, it's not that big. I think here. So it's just coming up on the graveyard here at Hursley. And then I'm going to head out over the open fields to Silkstead. From memory, this path's pretty good. It's just in places, because it's travelling on the boundary of arable fields, it can suffer a little bit. I think you can see there's pretty much a green trail leading all the way across the fields. So that's it. So windy, much cooler day, but still nice actually. Nice to be out, particularly when you're exercising, keep warm enough. Windy here, so I'm not sure how much this will come out. So this is Silkstead. Little hamlet really, just a few houses, mainly farmhouses here. So I'm just going to cross another trail that goes up into Oliver's Battery in Winchester, past the butterfly farm. Just going to cross over that. Although it's tarmac here, that does quickly become a trail. It's a bit stony, obviously people use it for driveways. Another bit of a diversion there, so this is not very well marked along here. This is allegedly a footpath. There's the farm track back there coming out of Silkstead, and then there's a farm track carries on into, obviously, to the farmyard area, and there's a footpath sign that points into this field, but it's not immediately obvious where it's going because it's obviously been used and ploughed up. So I'm just sticking to the edge of the field. I assume that's right, and then I'll start to turn east again back to the Compton. When you're heading north like this, it really is quite windy, so I'm looking forward to getting into Compton, turning south, and then having the wind behind me. So just at 12k now, so just coming into Compton, it's a little village of Compton, which then leads into Otterbourne, and then I can complete my loop This is Shepherd's Lane. It's obviously paved here, tarmac here as we go through Compton, but back there it's a trail from Silkstead, not immediately easy to follow, but not too bad. I found my way through. Hello. So you can see lots of families out still, and a van hacking towards me. Hopefully he'll slow down. So that's it. So the rest of it's going to be on road. Not particularly interesting. Big hill climb up through Otterbourne. Well, big for me anyway. I'm used to running in the Netherlands where it's all flat. And I'll be back, completed my solo run for the day. So I'm coming up the Otterbourne hill. It's almost completed. Just come out to 15k. So, like this. And a runner just ahead of me. Actually, I'll go on the lower path. There's some cyclists at the top there, blocking the way. It's always awkward on these narrow trails when you're supposed to keep 2 meters distance. Anyway, it's been a good run. A bit more knackering than I was expecting, but the wind was pretty heavy in places, and conditions at the start were fun, but they weren't ideal. Anyway, so that's it. It's a loop of Ampfield Wood to Hursley along the Monarchs Way to Silkstead and out to Otterbourne. There's the motorway into Southampton. Been heading north to Winchester and on to London. So pretty quiet for a Saturday afternoon. Along there. And here we are coming into Chandler's Ford.